Good evening, I'm Ann with Felicia. Dustin has the night off, and we do start today at 4 with our top story. Pacers rookie Cam Jones is now in the Marion County Jail after a police chase just this morning.
And the arrest all caught on NDOT cameras. State police say a trooper tried pulling Jones over this morning along I-65 for alleged erratic driving.
Investigators say that Jones initially refused to stop and then led police on a brief chase. That ended near Fletcher Avenue, the exit there located near Fountain Square.
Troopers took Jones into custody for reckless driving and resisting police. Jones was just drafted to the team this year and technically hasn't even played an official game with the team due to a back injury.
We reached out to the team, and the Pacers told 13 News they're aware of the situation but had no additional comment. Our Ella Rhodes now is looking into this now developing investigation.
And she's going to bring us the latest update that's ahead on 13 News at 5.
A simple honk of the horn resulted in someone losing their life.
This afternoon, a woman with no criminal history is now in jail, and she is charged with murder. Police say it all stems from a road rage shooting that occurred on the northwest side. A 21-year-old man died from the gunfire.
Our Ashton Hackman explains what led to the shooting and why the Marion County prosecutor says it's becoming a troubling trend.
At a busy intersection in the middle of the day, police say a man and his girlfriend were waiting at a red light at 38th and Georgetown Road. The light turned green, but the driver in front of them wouldn't go. So the man honked his horn, drove around the woman, and continued on. Seconds later, police say he was shot in the back. The victim's girlfriend reportedly hopped in the driver's seat and drove just around the corner. The man died at a hospital less than an hour later.
That should not be the consequence of the action of honking your horn, but yet that's the allegations that we're confronted with today.
On Monday, Marion County prosecutor Ryan Mears charged 23-year-old Deborah Benefiel with murder and criminal recklessness. Court documents say police used license plate readers along with witness descriptions and nearby security video to find where the car went. Police say they went from shooting to a suspect in 1 hour.
Multiple officers on the street getting that technology that we've been talking about, that investment in technology. We see it showcased and highlighted here, where quickly they get it within an hour, already have located and figured out what vehicle was involved in the shooting.
Court records show Benefiel has no criminal history, and Marion County prosecutor Ryan Mears says it's becoming a deadly trend where first-time criminal offenders get murder as their first criminal charge.
Of the first 52 murder cases filed in Marion County this year, exactly half, 26, were first-time offenders.
This kind of follows that pattern, and too often times it's over simple disputes and arguments.
Or temper in traffic, putting a woman in jail for murder. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
And Benefiel is being held in the Marion County Jail without bond. She is scheduled to stand before a judge Tuesday morning.
Opening arguments just started this afternoon for the man who's accused of hitting a teen in Greenfield with his car and then fleeing the scene. Aaron McGee is charged with leaving the scene of an accident resulting in catastrophic injury. Police say that 13-year-old Jasper Young is the victim. He was riding his bike when he was hit by the car back in 2023. Investigators later were able to tie McGee to the car that was at the scene. The 13-year-old had a traumatic brain injury as a result of that hit and run. Rich Nye is in the courtroom today covering the start of the trial, and we're going to check in with him for an update on how things went in court today, coming up here on 13 News at 5.
Also in the courtroom, the man accused of killing an Indiana state trooper could face life without parole if convicted. Trooper Aaron Smith was hit and killed back in 2023 while trying to deploy stop sticks during a chase. Eddie Jones was arrested and charged with murder. His lawyers argued Jones was too mentally disabled to be sentenced to life without the chance for parole. Well, a judge ruled Jones does not have a disability, pointing out he graduated from high school with a full diploma, had adequate grades, and held multiple jobs.
Oh, what a beautiful look in downtown Indianapolis today. It's one of those things where it looks better than it feels because we had this big cool down. It's warmed up a little bit now. We're in the low 60s. We got blue skies and sun. Sean is back from vacation, spent some time away on fall break, and joins us on this bright and breezy Monday.
I think it's beautiful. Let's all head out. We can grab a late lunch and cocktails on the patio. You down?
You buying?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, for a
Welcome
change.
back.
Yes, great to be back here. And I tell you, for a change, it's playing the part of October, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a really warm start. We'll get into those numbers in a little bit. Let me show you the scenes from Brown County. I will tell you the wind from yesterday did knock off some of the volume, not all of it, but it did knock off some of the leaves. But we're starting to see that change. It's going to accelerate here over the next week and probably going to near peak here in the next couple of weeks in terms of color. But just a fantastic October day, severe clear, breezy, yes. A breeze coming in from the south right now, over 20 miles per hour. We'll have some gusts near 30. And the wind is going to be stronger tomorrow. We're at 64 now, humidity at 35%. It's dry air. We started the morning in the 30s. We see the jump into the 60s. Here's your evening planner. Wind will ease a little bit after sunset. We drop into the 50s. I will tell you tomorrow morning won't be nearly as cold. Here are the numbers right now. 61 in Richmond, almost 70 in Bloomington as well as Terre Haute. And I mentioned severe clear conditions. That's what's going on. Back to the west of us, here comes the next cold front. It's not going to have the moisture the one over the weekend had, but it will bring us a few raindrops. We'll talk about that and the wind it will bring coming up in the forecast.
Sean, thank you. Just days after Senate Republicans joined a call with President Donald Trump to discuss redistricting, Democrats and the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus now are speaking out. They are against the efforts to redraw the congressional maps here in Indiana.
They say redistricting would dilute the black voting power. Jenna Webster joins us now after speaking with them about their concerns.
Well, yeah, those concerns are focused really on District 7 and in Indianapolis and District 1 in that northwest corner of Indiana, where those are the very large black populations in our state. So we do know that those are the two Democratic districts that are targets in the White House effort to gain Republican seats in the midterms. 1/3 of people in District 7 are black, and Lake County in District 1 is home to the state's second largest black population. They're worried redrawing these districts will hurt black voters.
Their voices are not optional, they are essential. Redistricting isn't just a map-making exercise, it's a power-shaping decision. And when that power is manipulated, it's communities of color, they will pay the price in representation, in resources, and in respect. Congress has established.
State Senator Greg Taylor was also there. He points to the Senate districts that are currently in Fort Wayne. The city is divided into 4 Republican districts. He says it's home to one of the larger minority populations in the state and says because of the way these Senate districts are drawn, the minority vote is already being diluted there. He also has some concerns about what a current Supreme Court case could mean for Indiana and potential new maps and legal challenges because of those new maps. We're going to talk about some of those concerns coming up today at 6.
All right, Jenna, thank you so much. There are some new concerns this afternoon about the future of SNAP benefits as we now enter day 20 of the federal government shutdown. The U.S. Ag Secretary now warning that SNAP will run out of money in 2 weeks from now if Congress fails to strike a deal. More than 600,000 Hoosiers are receiving SNAP benefits right now, and a majority of the participants in SNAP in Indiana are families with kids.
Tomorrow, Tucker Carlson heads to IU Bloomington as part of a tour with Turning Point USA. Carlson was announced as the new speaker following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Tomorrow's event starts at 6:30. Attendance for students is free and based on a first-come, first-served basis. General admission tickets are sold out.